皆さんおはようございます。Thank you for joining me today. This is the Japanese Easy News article of the day for March 18th, 2026. 2026年3月18日の今日の記事でございます。For our headline today, we have イラン。国で力を持つラリジャニ氏が攻撃で殺された。Here is our vocabulary from the headline. We have 国, which is a country. 力, which is power. 持つ, this is to have or to hold. So 力を持つ would be for someone to have power. This is used in a political sense, but also in a physical sense. But in this case, we are in a political sense. So 力を持つ to have power. We have し. This is kind of like a title that's commonly used for officials. I have it listed as title for officials. That's not necessarily always the case. You can just use this in a very professional setting. It's kind of like a Mr. or Ms. or Mrs. You can just put this after someone's name. So like Tanaka-shi, Mr. Miss, whatever, Tanaka, right? And then we have 攻撃, which is an attack, and 殺す, to kill. Okay, so jumping into our headline, we have Iran. This is Iran, the country, and then the rest is going to be about Iran. So 国で, so 国 is going to be country, で in the country. 力を持つ, so 力, once again, power を持つ, someone who has power, and that is describing ラリジャニ氏. So ラリジャニand 氏, this is a Mr. here. And Larijani, I don't know how to say that properly, but in English, I think we just say Larijani, and in Japanese, Rarijani-shi ga. So this is our subject here, going to do or be something. And then we have 攻撃 is an attack. De, here this means by means of or in an attack. So 攻撃で and 殺された. So 殺す is to kill. This is in the passive tense, going to 殺される, be killed. And then the ta here, that tells us it's in the past tense. So, イラン、国で力を持つラリジャニ氏が攻撃で殺された. In Iran, Larijani, Mr. Larijani, who had power in the country, was killed in an attack. Okay, here is the vocabulary from the rest of the article. We have 発表 or 発表する. This is an announcement or to announce something. 亡くなる, which is to die or to pass away. Slightly more polite than 死ぬ. And we have 支える is to support something. We have 外交, international relations. 大事 or 大事な is important. It's a na adjective. 最後 is the last of something. You can connect this to a noun with 最後の. And we have 戦う to fight. This is normally like to fight in a war. If you told someone that your friends were 戦っている, they are fighting, they would think they're attacking each other, not just like, you know, screaming at each other. 戦う kind of involves this like having a duel or something like that. So to fight in a war or a battle is normally what's used for 戦う. And we have 空, which is the sky. 厳しい, strict, harsh, or rough. 行う, to carry out or to perform something. 大統領, the president of a country. 言葉 is a word or a message. And 伝える is to tell or to convey. Okay, so for our grammar point of the day, we have yo. This is something we can attach to something else. We say, it seems like this is the case, or it looks like this is the case. Now, there are lots of grammars in Japanese that are very similar to this. There's like so, or rashi, or the other so, that are all kind of like, we're not 100% sure, but it kind of seems that way. This one is more sure, so basically it's based on information that you've gathered and you're pretty sure that this is the case, like almost 100%, but not quite. Where some of the other ones, there you're still just making guesses. This yo is like, all right, this is pretty sure that this is the case based on information you've gathered or you've seen, right? So for some of our example sentences here, we have そう簡単には終わらないようだ. Seems like things will not be settled so easily. We break that down. We have so. So is like in that manner or in that way. And then そう簡単に simply or in a simple manner. 簡単には we're limiting it. We're kind of putting it in that scope of as far as being that simple. 終わらない. So this is our verb 終わる to end in the negative form here. So 終わらない to not end. And ようだ. So this is our, from what we can see from the information we gathered, it seems like that is not the case. Seems like these things will not be settled or things won't end as easily as they originally predicted or something. This is actually a pretty common phrase in anime when someone thought they could easily take someone out, but it seems like they're stronger than they originally thought. Okay, then we have 部長はもうお帰りになったようですね. 部長 is going to be our department manager. In Japanese companies, there's lots of 部長. Normally you have one above you. So 部長は, as far as the department manager goes. もう, this can be already. And then お帰りになる. This is an honorific form of 帰る. 帰る to go home. And then to make that honorific, we お帰りになる. An o must stem になる. And then that is in the past tense. So お帰りになった. We show respect to our department manager. So we use this お帰りになる and then お帰りになったようですね. So from what we can see, he's not at his desk. He's not answering the phone. Seems like he is no longer there. 部長はもうお帰りになったようですね. Seems like the department manager has already gone home. And then this last phrase we have here can be used in lots of situations. It could even be used as a response to this previous sentence. Say, そのようだね. So, it seems like that is the case. So, そのよ, we are using その in that way. And then よ seems like. It seems like that is the case. And then our da for our des. And ne, we're kind of including the other person in the conversation, right? そのようだね sure seems like that is the case, right? Could also translate this as something like, so it would seem, seems like that is the case, right?
イスラエルは17日、イランのラリジャニ氏を殺したと発表しました。ラリジャニ氏は先月の攻撃で亡くなったハメネイ氏を支えていた人です。国の守りや外交の大事な仕事をしていました。イランの人にアメリカなどと最後まで戦うように言っていました。ラリジャニ氏はアパートにいた時に空から攻撃を受けたようです。イランのメディアはイランも厳しい攻撃を行うという大統領の言葉を伝えています。
Okay, let's jump right into our article here.
イスラエルは17日、イランのラリジャニ氏を殺したと発表しました。
Okay, イスラエルは Israel, イスラエルは our main topic here. 17日 the 17th, you could also say 17日, but she prefers 17日. Most official documents and things like that, or announcers and things like that, they will say 17日. And we have イランのラリジャニ氏 So once again, Iran, Iran, no, something from or of Iran. And then Larijani shi, Mr. Larijani. O, so something is being done to Mr. Larijani. And then koroshita. So korosu is to kill. We have that in the past tense, koroshita. To. And then this is telling us this is kind of a quote that relates to a verb that we have later on. And that verb is 発表しました. 発表する. 発表する is to announce. This is in the polite past tense, しました. So, Israel announced 発表しました. That's what they're announcing. And that's what's in these quotes given to us by the to, is that they killed Larijani of Iran.
ラリジャニ氏は先月の攻撃で亡くなったハメネイ氏を支えていた人です。
Okay, so we have Larijani shi. Once again, Mr. Larijani. What main topic here? 先月の攻撃で. So 先月 is going to be last month. No, something of last month. 攻撃, attack of last month or in last month. で, due to the attacks last month or in the attacks last month. 亡くなった. So 亡くなる is to pass away. We have this in our past tense. 亡くなった. ハメネイ氏. So this is Supreme Leader Khamenei, I believe is how you pronounce that. Not 100% sure on that, but in Japanese it's Khamenei shi. Supreme Leader Khamenei. O, something is going to be done to Supreme Leader Khamenei. And we have 支えていた人. So 支える is to support. And then we have this in the past tense as well as in the teiru form. If we just put this in the past tense, it would be supported at one point and it's over. But we are focusing on the fact that this support was an ongoing thing. So 支えていた人. So 支えていた人, and all of this is describing our hito. So if we were to make this a very simple sentence, it is just ラリジャニ氏は人です. So Mr. Larijani is a person. And what kind of a person? All of this describes that. A person or a person who supported Supreme Leader Khamenei, who died in the attacks last month. ラリジャニ氏は先月の攻撃で亡くなったハメネイ氏を支えていた人です。
国の守りや外交の大事な仕事をしていました。
Okay, 国の守りや So 国, the country, 国の something of the country. And then we have 守り, which is defense or protecting something. We're protecting the country. Ya, we have a list, but we're not excluding other things outside of this list. Ya, 外交. 外交 is international relations. So we're saying defense of the country, international relations, etc. That's what this ya is doing here. No, and then something about these. 大事な仕事. So 大事な is important or crucial. And that is being connected to our noun 仕事, which is work. Because it's a na adjective, we use this na here. So 大事な仕事, a very important work, such as protecting the country and doing international relations. And then をしていました. So を is telling us we're doing something to our job here or work. And していました used to be doing this, was doing this kind of work. This is our verb する in the teiru form in the past tense. していました. So he did lots of important work such as protecting the country and international relations.
イランの人にアメリカなどと最後まで戦うように言っていました。
Okay. So イランの人に、イランの tells us something of Iran, and 人 people に to the people of Iran. アメリカなど。So アメリカ is America or the USA. など and the like. と with America and the like. 最後まで。最後 is end or last. And then まで is until the last or until the end. 戦う so fight until the end with America and the like. ように言っていました。ように with the verb you here. This is often used when we are commanding people to do something. So you is to say. ように is kind of like so that. So he's saying so that they do this thing. Kind of like a way to command people. Right? So to the people of Iran, he was saying, or he was telling them to fight to the end with America and the like. And then our verb you here is in the past tense ている form. So 言っていました. He was saying this.
ラリジャニ氏はアパートにいたときに空から攻撃を受けたようです。
Okay. ラリジャニ氏は so once again, Mr. ラリジャニは main topic in our sentence here. アパート is an apartment and アパートにいた. So, いる, this is our verb here in the past tense. いる means to exist or be somewhere as a living thing. And this ni is telling us where we are being or existing. アパートにいたとき. So, アパートにいた would be was in the apartment. And ときに tells us when he was in his apartment or while he was in his apartment. 空から. So 空 is the sky, kara is from the sky. And then we have 攻撃 is an attack. And 攻撃を受けたようです。攻撃を受ける is our verb here, which is to receive in the past tense here. So 受けた. And 攻撃を受ける, this is kind of the most common way to say you are attacked. You receive an attack. In Japanese, that's how you say it. 攻撃を受けました or 攻撃を受ける. And then that is connected to ようです, our grammar point of the day. So from everything we can gather, it seems like he was attacked from the sky or in an aerial attack when he was in his apartment.
イランのメディアは、イランも厳しい攻撃を行うという大統領の言葉を伝えています。
Okay, so イランのメディアは、so, Iran, and then no is something of Iran. Media is the media. So the media in Iran, they're going to be our main topic here. イランも So Iran is Iran again. Mo, Iran will also. Mo tells us something is being added to something that's already established. So Iran will also. Kibishi. So kibishi is rough or hard or intense, harsh. And kogeki is an attack. So harsh attacks, really strong attacks. O okonau. So, 行う is to carry out or to perform. So, Iran will also carry out strong attacks. という so this という is connecting our main idea here with the quote here. So, and then という大統領の言葉. So, 大統領 is the president and 言葉 is the words of the president. So this という is telling us what the words of the president are, which is to carry out that Iran will also carry out strong or heavy or harsh attacks. So these words of the president, namely that Iran will also carry out strong attacks, and を伝えています. So 伝える is to convey or to tell. This can be news, information, and we have this in the ている form. This is currently being done, and this is currently being done by the Iran media. So the Iran media is conveying the president's message that Iran will also be carrying out strong attacks and they will be attacking back, basically, is what is going on here. So that is it for our article today. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for being here. 本当にありがとうございました. I will plan on seeing you later. またね